Hey there guys, I am the Six Machine and welcome back to another Warhammer video. Just wanted to do a quick one today because, as I'm sure we have all seen by now, GW have very kindly shown us the big daddy of the Black Templars, the High Marshal himself, Helbrecht, and his brand new stunning Primaris model. And yes, before anyone makes any complaints or gripes, he is a Primaris Marine now. That is to be expected. That is probably going to be the same for all characters going forward in 40k for Space Marines, but he comes clad in his highly ornate, buffed up Mark X suit of armor, and this model is truly gorgeous. Much like we saw with Mephiston and his new model, it is inspired heavily by an absolutely fantastic piece of artwork, in this particular case by Mark Gibbons, which you can see on your screen now. And as you can see, GW really have done quite a spectacular job of bringing this image to life, right down to things like the orc, which has the sword embedded in him, and the grim, determined look on his face, and the assistants that are scurrying around his feet, doing things like cleaning his sword and holding his guns. It just looks every single inch that image brought to life in miniature form. And I have to say, I adore the chains across his armor, the layered plate mail style design of his leg greaves. I love the two attendants, the one cleaning his sword, even though it is still freshly stuck into the orc, so presumably it's still going to get a bit bloodier even after he has wiped off the blood that's currently on it. And the other one, which is holding his combi melter. It's just all such a great little diorama of a model. And what is also really fantastic is that, according to the article, this model comes with not just one, not two, but three separate head options as well. So you can do a tiny bit of customization to make him look exactly how you want him to. And I have to say, the image that you can see now with his helmet option really appeals to me. I'm almost tempted to get this model and sell the main part of the model on and just keep that helmet for some of my other Marine HQs. It is just so unbelievably knightly and Crusader-ish, and it will really help to make him stand out as the leader of your Black Templars. As a Primaris Marine, I think we can expect him to gain the extra wound and attack that Primaris get, bringing him to 7 wounds and 6 attacks base. And although we don't know what, if any, rules or weapon changes he may get, his sword, the Sword of the High Marshals, is currently Strength +2, -3 AP, 2 damage, which grants D3 extra attacks on the charge. So this could mean that he has potentially up to 10 attacks on the charge between this ability and the Marine Shock Assault rule, which, with -3 AP and a flat 2 damage, is a genuinely scary profile. And on the range front as well, as mentioned, he has that combi melter. The article actually gives this combi melter a name, which isn't in sort of Battlescribe or the Warhammer app, so I don't know if this is a new edition or in the fluff it has always had the name, but they call it Ferocity. So this is obviously some kind of relic combi melter, so whether it will get any extra little bonuses or rules due to being a named weapon, or if it is just a standard combi melter, we will have to wait and see. But in either case, it's still a very nice strength 8 d6 or d6 +2 damage weapon, which will be hitting on 2s, so he does have some reasonably solid ranged potential in addition to his terrifying melee power. And Helbrecht is of course the de facto chapter master or High Marshal of the Black Templars, so he comes with a few extra nice little rules as you would expect, and I do think he will likely keep ones like his Crusade of Wrath aura as well, which gives core units within 6 inches +1 strength, which will really make things like the Sword Brethren, if they're core, and the Initiate and the Neophyte squads much more devastating in melee, which is exactly where the Templars want to be. Overall, I am a huge fan of this model. I think it is probably the best one we have seen for the Black Templars, and that is coming off the back of me saying that the High Marshal we saw over the weekend was one of the best models I've ever seen GW do, so that is some very high praise from me indeed. This hits every single note for a Black Templar character for me. It's full of grit and determination and anger and vengeful wrath, and I personally really like the shift to the slightly more scenic bases with the dead orc and the 2 assistants as well. I think it very much helps the model tell a story a lot more, and will absolutely, if nothing else, help to make your HQs and your characters stand out more prominently on the battlefield, which amongst things like Magnus and, Mortarion and other huge character models, Marines really do need that to sort of stand up to that level of design and impressiveness on the table. So I'm glad that that is the route they have taken for a character like Helbrecht. But what do you think of this new Primaris Helbrecht? Are you a fan of his updated model, or do you think they should have gone in a different direction for it? Let me know in the comments below, and also let me know what other changes to his rules you think we might see when we actually get his datasheet. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more Warhammer content from me. But until next time, I'll catch you later, guys.